Hi there, and welcome to today's vlog, this week's vlog. And we're right almost at the end of another year. Isn't that amazing? And I've often heard it said, and I'm coming to believe it, that time moves quicker the older you get. It certainly seems that way anyway. I want to begin with a question for you. If you can cast your mind back to your childhood years, what did you dream of for your adult future? What, in other words, what did you want to be when you were young? Thinking of when you became an adult, what was your dream? What was your vision? Pretty sure that in my childhood, I would love to have been, when I grew up, a fireman. In other words, to be on the fire engine as it raced along, its lights flashing, its siren blaring, ready to attend to a fire or something similar. Well, that dream dissipated over the years. When I grew up, I didn't really fancy that, as it happens. But I guess many children have dreams. They have a desire to be attain something when they get to adult years. Anyway, I'm going to come back to that question. Maybe you can be thinking about what was your childhood dream or vision. And just to share that for the first time in my life, I spent Christmas outside England. We had a very last minute opportunity to travel to the beautiful Welsh island of Anglesey. We stayed in a place near Beaumaris, which is a lovely area. It's quite a wet week, but we had a fantastic time. Two of our daughters, one son-in-law, three grandchildren, Sue and myself, and our son-in-law's father were there on this kind of complex. And as part of the complex, there was a swimming pool, indoor swimming pool. And for the first time in my life, I spent part of Christmas Day swimming in a swimming pool, which is unusual when you live in the UK, I guess. So we had a great time and lots of happy memories of those few days that we spent away. The place organised a carol concert on while we were there, and it was lovely to be part of that. And lots of people gathered to sing many traditional and some newer carols. Love Christmas time. But now we're looking to a new year. So I want to come back to that question. What did you want to be when you were a child in terms of what you're aiming for when you grew up? And the reason I'm asking that question is that while we're away, we watched a lovely animated film that was on the telly, which you might have seen, and it's based on a book written by Charlie Mackesy called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. It's a charming story. I really recommend you either getting the book, reading it, or watch the film. It asks some really interesting questions. Charlie Mackesy is a Christian. He actually not only wrote the book but did the artwork too. He did the artwork for Nicky Gumbel's Alpha books and Why Jesus book, similar to that. And anyway, this wonderful story starts off with a boy meeting a mole, and his conversation become really good friends, later joined by the fox and the horse. It's a lovely story. But fairly early on, the boy asks this question of the mole: what do you want to be when you grow up? What a great question, interesting question. What do you want to be when you grow up? And the mole's answer was simply one word: kind. What do you want to be when you grow up? Kind. And that reminded me of what St. Paul writes about when he talks about the fruit of the Spirit. When the Holy Spirit lives in a person's life, he produces fruit in that person's life. And Paul lists specific fruit that should be looked for in the person who is a follower of Jesus, who is allowing the Holy Spirit to work within them. The fruit of the Spirit, says Paul, is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And so Paul, in effect, is saying that as we mature as Christians, as followers of Jesus, that fruit should be increasingly evident in our lives. And one of those fruit is kindness. And it just is so obvious that if people in our world today, including you and me, were more kind in our relationship with others, what a blessing that would be to the world. What a change, a transformation would take place. And it kind of linking in with that is something one of my sisters put on Facebook. It's a saying. It's this: kindness doesn't cost a thing, yet it's the richest gift you can give. Not sure whether it's the absolute richest, but it's certainly a rich gift. Kindness doesn't cost us anything, but it's a rich gift that we can give. So I think for myself, as I look to a brand new year, one of the things that I pray for in my life is greater evidence of that fruit of the Spirit, that is kindness. Let's make that our New Year's resolution, if you like, and ask for God's help through His Spirit to grow that attitude of kindness, even maybe especially to those who don't treat us kindly. So there's my thought for the end of the year, and hopefully see you in the new year. God bless you. Thank you so much for listening today.